Hello and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. For today's review, we have the brand new Mini GT Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. So getting right into the casting, we'll take a little look and we will see that it looks really good from every angle, no matter where we stick it, which means that, like with most Mini GTs, our proportions are quite nice. Perfect, I would say. Something we should note, though, with this particular release is this entire back section, I'm going to say it starts somewhere around here, loops all the way back, including the roof piece. This is all plastic. As far as I can tell, it seems completely plastic. I've shown a light in here, and the roof is actually, you can see through it pretty well. So that is something to keep in mind. You can also tell when it's in a cold room. This part gets cold up front where the diecast is, and back here it stays the same temperature. In addition to that, our rear wing is also plastic, as well as this little shark fin thing here is a piece of plastic. But our vents up here are casted in. Our sockets for the headlights are casted in. And then all of this, and then back here, the diffuser area, this is all part of the base, and that is metal. So for our paint and deco, we have a pretty simple little style here, and it is just this nice blue color, which is very accurate to the kind of show car, I guess, for the Pure Sport, kind of the car that was showcased off when this car was first announced. And it looks really good, and all of our accent work here is all carbon fiber. And I mean, every piece there you see of black striping or black accents is all in this carbon fiber kind of tampo, I would assume. And not only does it look good, it actually is slightly textured. So if you rub your finger across it, you can feel a difference, which is a nice little touch and it's pretty cool. For our detail section here, we are going to work our way from the front to the back. So the first things first, we mentioned this whole grille area kind of is all part of the base as far as I can tell. We have our Bugatti logo right where you'd want it. We even have the 16 painted on here. One thing to note, unlike our Vision GT, which we reviewed a little while ago, our headlights here are not an insert. They're actually painted on there, which doesn't affect the look overall, but it is something just to note. As we make our way to the back, we have more of this carbon fiber detailing. This piece up here has even got the carbon fiber. We've got our engine exposed right in here. We have our little shark fin piece here, which is very, very fragile. On the back section here, we have Bugatti written in the carbon fiber of the wing, and tell me that just does not look really good. And then on the entire booty section here, we've got Chiron in the little license plate area here, reflectors, and our taillights piece, which is actually an insert, and as you can see, looks really, really good in the right lighting. No exhaust tip paint there, a little bit of a bummer. One last little part of the details is our wheels, which again, as most Mini GTs do, they are extremely accurate to the real-life car. I'm not going to say that they look amazing, but just this style of rim choice is not really for me, but it is accurate, so I'm not going to dock it any for that. So, does it roll? As with most Mini GTs, it does roll, and it rolls quite well. For our pros and cons, let's go ahead and get started with the pros. First things first, this is a $13 model, about $1 more expensive than you typically will see with a Mini GT. However, this extra carbon fiber detailing and stuff is well worth your extra $1. You will not be disappointed there. And that is actually going to move us into the next pro, which is this amazing carbon fiber detailing that you see on every angle of the model. It looks great, and I mean, just look at that. Taking us into the cons section, we really only have one, and that is, as I mentioned earlier, there is a lot of plastic on this model. So this roof piece and this entire rear section is all plastic. So none of this is actually die-cast. As far as I can tell, it definitely doesn't feel like it, and I know for a fact the roof isn't, because I was able to shine a light through it earlier. And I don't know why that couldn't have been casted in. It doesn't affect the overall look, but it just makes it feel a little bit on the cheap side. And for a size comparison for you, here are a couple other Bugatti models that you might have in your collection with the Matchbox Bugatti Divo and the Hot Wheels Premium Bugatti Chiron. And here we have it next to some other supercars you might have in your collection with the Hot Wheels Premium McLaren Speedtail and the Tomica Basics LaFerrari Aperta. And for our final size comparison, we have it next to some other Mini G2 Bugattis you might own with the recently reviewed Vision GT and the first edition Cento Dieci. So it's time for my final thoughts on this release of the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport in blue. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10, just like the Aventador SVJ from a few days ago, because this is, once again, a nearly perfect release, and anyone who doesn't have it, you should definitely get it. The extra plastic does make it a little bit meh, but the extra carbon fiber detailing really makes up for that. The only thing I would really say is be careful where you store it, because this little plastic shark fin is extremely fragile. The wing is a little bit fragile as well, so make sure you store it in a safe place and you'll be just fine. So with that, that is going to wrap up this review. And with that, guys, that's all I have for you. Make sure you let me know what your thoughts on this model are down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss anything coming out. Make sure you guys are also following me on Instagram and TikTok at Little Scale Cars, because you don't want to miss anything that I post anywhere. So with that, guys, I will see you in the next video.